Ready. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wa Nabi Hanifah rahmatullah أنه يدين فيما بينه وبين الله تعالى لأنه يستعمل للتخليص. The Nazeem Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullah alayhi, that he will be believing that which is between him and between Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because it is used to release from work. You understand? So what he said, he used these words, and what he said, he intended uh, 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 releasing talaq from the work. You understand? But he used the words of talik, mutallaqatun, wa talaqtuk. And what he said, what they intended, talaq from work, freeing a person from the work. So there's a narration, it's not obviously the Fatwa of Imam Abu Hanifa, that if he says, no, I use it and I meant that she is free from work, then he say that's only one narration from Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi, that he'll be believed between him and between Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Obviously, in the courts, even they say, in the courts, they're not going to accept him. وَلَوْ قَالَ أَنْتِ مُطْلَقَةٌ بِتَسْكِينِ الطَّاعَ لَا يَكُونُ طَلَاقًا إِلَّا بِالنِّيَّةِ. And if he says you are mutlaqa with a sakin on the ta, then it will not be a talaq except with an intention. لأنها غير مستعملة فيه عرفا فلم يكن صريحا, because this word is not used in regards to talaq in the urf, in the environment. So this is not a clear talaq. Well, right. وقال ولا يكو إلا واحدة وإنما أكثر من ذلك. And it will not occur with these three words, with those three words you mentioned at the beginning, except one talaq, right? Even though he intended more than that, right? وقال الشافعي رحمه الله يقع ما نوى لأنه محتمل لفظه. Imam Shafi will say it will occur, that which he intends will occur. In other words, if he intends three, it will be three. Right? Why? Because his words carry that possibility. And then he's going to explain now how. فإن ذكر الطالق ذكر للطلاق لغة. Because he say the mentioning of the word of talik is actually mentioning talaq from a linguistic aspect. You understand that when you say talik here, you're meaning talaq, and he gives example. Zikril alimi zikrun lil ilmi. Like when you say alim, then you are also including in that ilm. You understand? It's like you're mentioning ilm also. You understand? So what he's saying, so she said anti talikun. So it's good you're saying anti talakun. And talak is masdar, right? So we also say if you use the word talak, and it's gonna come just now, then you can make intention of three. You understand it? So he's saying if you're saying talik, it's good as saying talak. We say no. Talik is one. You understand it? Talik. So he proving here now that saying talik is good as saying talak. And when you say talak, we also say if it amounts to talak, in other words, the master talak, then you can make intention of three, right? ولهذا يصح قران العدد به فيكون نسبا على التفسير. And for this reason, the joining of a number with it will be correct. In other words, it shows is that talik can go more than one. You understand it? What he's saying with this? That the word talik, you can make more than one. Therefore, you can put anti-talikun sintain or anti-talikun salasan. You understand it? So that means it can go fayakunu nasaban ala tafsiri. So therefore, the salasan is also, it will be in halat nasab, right? And it is giving an explanation of talik. So all this is Imam Shafi rahmatullah is proofs to say that you can say the word talik and you can mean more than one talaq. And you can see his proofs here. He say when you say the word talik, it amounts to the word talaq. It's the same thing as saying talaq. And a second reasoning he gives is that and you can actually put a number with it. That means it can be more, right, than one. And also the word salasan or sintaini that you're going to put there, you understand? That is in halat nasab, and it shows it's explaining talik, right? ولنا أنه نعت فرد حتى قيل للمثنى طالقان وللثلاث طوالق. Our dalil here is that this word talik is a singular sifat. A singular sifat. It's a definite thing. It's a singular sifat. You understand? you're referring to one only, right? So much so that it is said for two, it will be taliqani. You understand? And for three and more, it will be tawalik. So each one's got their word. Talik, talikani, tawalik, right? Fala yahtamilul adada. So this singular sifat cannot have the carry the possibility of a number. لأنه ضده. Because the singular sifat is the opposite of a number. One is opposite to two. You understand? Or one is opposite to anything more than one. Right. Right. Then we answer now Imam Shafi'i what he's saying. وذكر الطالق ذكر لطلاق هو صفة للمرأة لا لطلاق هو تطليق. So we say here now, when you mention talik, you are actually mentioning, yes, you can say it amounts to a talaq, right? But what talaq is it? It is the talaq which is the quality of a woman, and not the talaq which is in the meaning of giving the talaq. In other words, uh, what we're saying here is just the word talaq here, right? It is actually the quality of a woman, which means she's now a divorced woman. So by saying talik and you meaning talaq means that the word talik means that talaq here in this case means that the woman who is divorced, the woman is not divorced, and not talaq in the sense that the ability to give talaq, that giving of talaq. So talik is so talaq here. The talaq that is referred to is the talaq which is the sifat of the woman, right? And it is not the talaq which is in the meaning of tatliq, giving talaq. Because if it's in the meaning of tatliq, yes, then you can take the three, right? But here it is talik is in the meaning of talaq, which is the quality of woman, which means she is now divorced. والعدد الذي يقترن به نعت لمصدر محذوف ومعناه طلاقا ثلاثا, right? And the number which is joined with it, right, is actually a sifat in a sifat for a drop of masdar, and its meaning is talaqan salasan, right? So what he's saying here now, see Imam Shafi'i what he said. See, you can even join a number. You can say anti talikun salasan. So which means talikun can go up to more than one, right? Because you got anti talikun salasan. So we say this number which is salasan here is actually the sifat of a dropped of masdar. The actual meaning is anti talikun talakan salasan. That masdar here talakan, that's the one that's actually feeding talasan and not talik. You understand it? The thing that's actually giving that power, the power to salasan, or that's referring to salasan, is the masdar, which is talakan salasan, and it's dropped off to make it easier. You understand it? And then kaulika, just like how you say, a'taytuhu jazilan, ay i'ta'an jazilan. I gave him a lot. You know, I gave him a lot of giving. You understand it? So that a'taytu jazilan, ay a'taytu i'ta'an. It's the masdar that's actually connected to jazilan there. Right. Walau qala. Oh, sorry, the time up. Okay, leave it mentally.